Let's move
All
on.
right.
Something that me and you talked about. I'm glad that you are here to talk about this with me.
I already know what you're about to talk about.
So T-Pain recently went on a rant. I don't know if it was his podcast or whatever, right? But he was basically going on a rant saying we want new music. We want different types of music because we're getting the same kind of music. He was saying we already got 3 niggas with the name Baby. We got Lil Baby, Da Baby, Baby. Then he was yelling and he was like, oh my, can we get some? So, and I knew that it was big once I saw Dr. Dre share it on his Instagram page.
Right.
Dre rarely just shares anything. He'll take pictures, you know what I'm saying? But he's not active on social media. But for him to post it and actually type in the comment in the caption, I said, yeah. Now, let me get my input on it. I think that a lot of people have a problem with the messenger rather than the message. Because
I don't, but go ahead.
Because, let me get it out, because y'all feel a certain type of way about T-Pain. Now, I agree with T-Pain. Are there other artists out here that are different? Yes. But are they pushed forward in the mainstream? No.
That's not the artist's fault.
No, I didn't say it was. But what I'm saying is this. I don't think T-Pain the message was, I took it as a message to the industry and not so much the artist. Because the industry is their fault that we're getting the same oversaturated type of music. It's the label execs. If something works, you know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, back when they were trying to figure hip hop and shit out, it was more variety. But once they thought that they figured it out, it's like, okay, we got to get a singer on here. We got to get this, we got to get this. So we want you. It used to be, you sound different as fuck. I need to sign you. Now it's, you sound like Thug. Can you sound like the Baby? Can you sound like this or whatever? So I agree wholeheartedly with T-Pain as far as the industry, we need to change up. Go ahead.
Okay, so the music industry is about one thing and one thing only. What's that? That we both know.
Money, of course.
Money. All right, cool. So when you say all artists sound the same, it's because you're getting your music from mainstream media. Stop listening to the radio. Stop listening to the bullshit that you're being fed and actually listen to music. Bro, there are probably 1 million artists on Tidal, and probably 100,000 of them are rappers between the age of 17 and 25. You telling me all 100,000 of them sound alike? Not only that, I call bullshit on the fact that all artists on the radio sound the same. Moneybagg Yo does not sound like Lil Baby. Lil Baby does not sound like 42 Dugg. 42 Dugg does not sound like ESTG. ESTG does not sound like Lil Durk. Lil Durk does not sound like G Herbo. Do I need to keep going?
Hold on, wait.
And these are all artists on the radio. Lil Durk does not sound like Migos. I'm only naming popular artists because this is what the argument is. Everybody wants to sound like everybody. Bro, listen to me. This is what you have to understand. It's the music business. So if QC has an artist that raps like this, and the next label is going to go out and try to sign that artist. Why? Because Lil Baby made QC richer. That's the game. Complaining about the artists. So many. J-Red, you don't make artists like Lil Baby. You think T-Pain listen to you?
No, he don't.
Is your music on Tidal?
Yes, it is.
On Apple Music?
It is. All streaming platforms.
Pandora?
Actually, you
play Pandora?
Actually, yeah. You could go get it right now if you want to get the album. Actually, promo. Go stream it on all streaming platforms.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's a bullshit cop-out excuse. Get off your ass, stop being lazy, and go listen to the music. I don't listen to nothing that come on the radio in my car unless A, I'm about to pull up at a club and I'm trying to get my club ears on, or B, I got people in my car who actually like that music. I don't listen to that shit, bro. I listen to Griselda in my car. I listen to Coke Boomaye. I listen to Fifth Child. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Keem Ali. None of these artists sound like what's on the radio, bro.
Yeah. No.
I listen to Bay Area shit. Like, come on, man. Like, this, stop being lazy and go listen to the music, bro.
Well, this is what I will say. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but overall, if you do listen to the radio, now you said Lil Durk don't sound, so you think nobody sound like Lil Durk, or he don't sound like nobody out right now?
I'm saying nobody that matters sounds like him.
Nobody that.
Of course there are copycat artists. They have to be. People copycat everything. Kobe copied Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Of course they gonna copycat greatness. But what I'm saying is to say that it all sounds the same is bullshit.
Well, I do feel like for example, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, they have similar sounding music.
They do. They have similar stuff. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if we're comparing what's out right now on the radio versus when we were kids growing up on the radio, you had different people. Nobody really sounded the same. So,
yeah, but that was also because not to cut you off, but that was also because we didn't have internet and accessibility to everybody like we do now. So that's because when you was in New York, hell, Brooklyn rappers didn't rap like rappers from the Bronx, but it was because they was miles away from each other. Versus now, if I want to hear what you sound like in Atlanta, Georgia, I can listen to you on my phone. If I want to hear what's the hottest record in the Bay Area right now, I can Google it and listen to it. That's why, though. Like, people have to take all this into account. I don't think it's a lack of creativity.
Well, no, I definitely think it's a lack of creativity. I think it's what you said. It's about money. Like, the thing is, if you're an up-and-coming rapper, right? Because I played, of course, you a DJ too. So when people want you to play their songs, whatever, if you hear it, a lot of it does sound like it's trying to, be like certain, other people, right? But if you're comparing, all I'm saying is if you do compare what is out right now versus what was out back then, and don't get it wrong, I'm not shitting on the artists that are out right now because this is going on. This has been going on like the last 10 years. So I'm not beating up on Lil Durk. I'm not beating up on Thug or whatever like that, right? But I do feel him, and obviously a lot of people, other people do too.
Yeah, a lot of y'all, not that you're old, but a lot of these old, disgruntled ass niggas, man, yeah, they do feel him. The same people that didn't fuck with T-Pain.
Right, but and people were talking shit about T-Pain, but I put up an interview with Daddy O. Shout out to Daddy O from Stetsasonic. You familiar with? Yeah, you know about him, right? So one thing that he said that I really digged was that he embraces the new artists because he said that anybody can have a golden era. You could say that his was the golden era coming out in the 80s. Right. Dr. Dre had a golden era coming out in the 90s, whatever like that.
Right.
That even if you don't like these new rappers, that's still our babies, right?
Right.
They're not babies of Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? They're not babies of Beyonce. I'm talking about rappers. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're babies of Run DMC. Even though, and he said that they could be, have a learning disability or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But he said it's our job to break the mold. If we stay stagnant and, standoffish, like, man, fuck it, I don't fuck with them instead of trying to embrace them. And it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's refreshing to hear DMX and Griselda on the track. You know what I'm saying? It's great because Griselda are niggas our ages making the music that we grew up listening to.
Correct.
With a different twist to it. So I do agree with you as far as what you say. Stop, if you want different is out there. Stop listening to the radio. But if you are that person that likes the radio and remembers how it was growing up, because that's what the problem is. The people who are older, who grew up, I think we're like some of the last ones, maybe niggas who was born like in the early 90s, but we grew up at a different time. But the new millennium kids, some of them don't complain, but some of them go back and listen to the old music as well. So, and they have accessibility to it. These motherfucking 17-year-olds that know Outkast songs because they research. You know what I'm saying? So
as you should. So
it's no excuse these days with the streaming and Wikipedia and all this stuff to find out who was who, what was what came from what. But on a large scale, as far as the labels, because that's who I pointed at, right?
Right.
Everybody else just trying to get some money. You know what I'm saying? So I felt T-Pain on that shit, but I'm not disagreeing with what you say either at the end of it. Yeah. So